So, our enemy is immortal. Most of my people don't survive past 30. The 10 road machines too, in a way. Where's that music the Oseram plays? Show me more. I'm no chaplain, but that is... The coming battle won't be easy.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy.
Why would Aletheia send a coded
I believe it was done as a precaution, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain what to detect, and as far as it is a...
Okay, so... either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion as well.
said the coordinates lead...
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to...
So... maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond, and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly... If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them, then. Alright. I'll go to the coordinates.
Aloy.
That was sneaky.
I am pleased. Is there something you would...
What can you
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and
So...
Well, I may... However, like alone...
Okay. The missing...
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving and disseminating vast... Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to...
All or were. Do you still need...
If it... Restoring their... Perhaps Artemis and...
So,
Poseidon... Once it is restored, but I must... It may have taken measure...
I'll be careful. You mentioned...
Yes, weather patterns...
Oh, that's a...
I will
How's Kotallo do?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains. Though he has not voiced his... I may be able to assist in his recovery.
Really? How are things around?
Zoe has been in an effort to understand that without the abilities of... I am unfortunate. However...
Well, keep at... Varl...
Indeed. Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru and encouraged Varl to try out.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Aaron?
He is becoming increasingly...
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, he has given repeated assurances that...
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So this facility, it was meant to
For the local, had humans received their education from the Apollo, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this...
Until Minerva... So...
Yes, to...
That would have been quite...
It, should you find it.
I'll keep a lookout. Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment we exchanged greetings, it was the first of listening to her stories.
Your friend?
Yes. Though I am glad she made it home.
She was okay. Thanks, Gaia. So, the greatest all working to build... What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all resources and technology. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience, to aid in my emotion.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. Their achievements on a scale never before. I owe everything to their dedication.
It used to be a Pharaoh
Yes. The facility was used to it. It appears to have been...
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world, an effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help?
I have already given its... I imagine...
Right. Well... There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley. Why did Ether...
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install. One in the museum appears to have, given that the hologram...
So Ether...
Correct, though it is curious.
Maybe it also... I guess I should get...
As you say.
A rush of air.
I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Function thing.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll check it out when I can.
So the 10 carried their visions with them.
Part of Gaia, huh? There she is. You
Let's go.
look. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Merman.
What is that?
What the hell?
Well, that takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Forge's bread. What a mess.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Machine. I need a drink.
Well, hello. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Osram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up. All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This place keeps on going. We better check in that room. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
Maybe this one.
Nothing.
236 containers in storage.
How about this?
Empty again.
$236 containers in...
Okay, let's try this.
Nothing. What about that number in the distress signal?
$236 containers in storage.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. This'll break my fall. Here it comes! Ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. Oh, that helps. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy! Ah,
Aaron!
yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. Shield's down! It's on the move!
I got your back, Aloy.
Grenade!
Here we go. That's the quick way to take it down. Who's next?
A heavy weapon. That could help.
Blast! Get it with the blast! I'll take this one. Ah, come on! sweet spot. Those for you. Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. I wonder how much snow's gonna pile up. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
So the old ones painted their faces with something called makeup, like the card show. Why?
Aloy, glad you made it back okay.
So, Aloy, about you and the Zenith, but let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked that scene. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth, for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Forbbiden, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a... Where is it? Off the coast. Whenever I had to go on missions, I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear this. They were discussing repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. What's inside the launch facilities? So they plus infrastructure. Are there more Zeniths? I'm not sure. For all I know, there could be more of them out in other survivors of the... You said the Zeniths... I've speculated that it would... Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Syria. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then... Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought even if I were to run. Then I saw you. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Forbbiden dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Forbbiden long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said the Zeniths call all... I've speculated... They said the first Earth, 1,000... Guess they survived. You said you were born. The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber, an updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of... I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years. Was this... But only the parts I was... Aristotle and Aspasia would assign me learning modules. Wait, those names. Before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested info to have all... Alright, so how long? You know, you're how long before... How did you... Optimal strat... Well, I still... Before Gaia's powerful enough... What? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. To a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along. Coming here was a mistake. They're going to find me. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're going to die. Hey. You're here now, right? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise, geoengineering, of course. Okay. Well, I'll check on you.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can
So,
learn anything.
les dijo, yo les ayudo. Bueno, es que es un pedo. O sea, los vatos...
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Entonces, unos güeyes de ahí se fueron a la chingada a otro planeta. Se llaman así los últimos salazirios. Lo poblaron y valió madre, pero era una familia con... Y para esto, esos güeyes se fueron, regresaron para acá 1000 años después y se regresan para acá